Hey guys, Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be checking out the Manga Final Form Frieza. This guy is one of the ones that I think has the potential to be one of the better manga units on other teams, especially if we do get some Namek Saga buffs sometime soon. But here we have the intro, the manga panels, third form Frieza, transforming into final form Frieza. Crazy that like we don't have a really good animation for that in the game for this guy, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at him here and see how well we get on. Got a good few links active with this tech Frieza. So he gets his intro buff because we have full power Frieza on the team, because he needs a Namek Saga ally. So he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does supreme damage and seals. And then his passive, he gets the intro if there's a Saiyan Saga or Namek Saga enemy, or Saiyan Saga or Namek Saga ally. Obviously, if you're fighting a particular event that would proc that, you don't need to worry about who else is on the team. But that gives him attack and defense 150%, which is a permanent addition, so he's obviously considerably worse if he doesn't have that. And then 40% dodge and all allies attack and defense 40% for 40 turns. His basic effects 2 key attack and defense 200%. He has a medium chance to dodge, so obviously with his intro he has a 70% chance to dodge. When there's an enemy whose name includes Goku or ally, he has an extra 10% attack and 10% dodge. We're not going to have that on this team. There's quite a few teams you're probably not going to get this on for him. Obviously against specific events with a certain, like with a Goku enemy, you'll be able to get this. Before receiving an attack within the turn, he has crit, guaranteed crit, and then damage reduction of 40%. So basically what this means, as soon as he gets hit, he loses this. But it means the first hit he takes, he'll have 40% damage reduction. Or if you're running him in slot 2 or 3, he's obviously not going to get hit first, so then he'll get a guaranteed crit. After he's dodged, he then has 2 additional super attacks for that turn, and then infinitely just gets an extra attack and defense 100%. So the sooner he dodges an attack, the better. And then for every attack evaded, he gets an extra 26% attack and defense. So the best team for him really is going to be the Omega team currently. He does only get the 170 attack and defense and the 200% HP, because obviously Frieza is not on Shadow Dragon Saga Worldwide Chaos. Or annoyingly, this one, despite being a final form Frieza, is not on Battle of Fate. So he does not get the full lead, which is a real shame, because being that he is the final form Frieza, like you would think that he would be on Battle of Fate, but unfortunately he is not. So I'm showing them off on the private server here just because I think Frieza is one of the ones that I rainbowed, but I haven't finished link leveling mine, and I still want to do a couple more summons on the banner to get the extra copies for the ones I still need, which means I also don't want to use like Kai's or farm this guy's SA to 10 only to then pull a bunch of extra Friezas that I could just use for his super attack. So the one thing that does mean, of course, is that we don't have any skill orbs. Now, obviously, the manga characters can get their own exclusive skill orbs from that special event, which can be pretty good. So that is going to make a pretty significant difference that obviously we're not going to see here. But either way, we'll go ahead and see how we get on. So we're starting at 227 defense start of turn. Obviously that's not anything crazy, but we have a decent amount of dodge. We are going to have 40% damage reduction if he does get hit. But yeah, I mean, I guess we just really need to see how well we go. Ideally, he gets a couple of dodges like straight away. So obviously doing things like using the Tech Golden Frieza active right away here would not be a good idea. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. Broly is literally just here because he gives support. So there's a dodge from Frieza. 608k, geez. And then his first attack stat is 7.7 million. Okay. So then we get 8 point something. And then we do get a guaranteed second one as well. 9.1. Gonna hit a potential? No. So 3 supers, total of what? About 27 million attack? But he took a 680k normal. That is pretty brutal. Now, obviously, without an Omega on this first turn or anything, we're not getting that big defensive buff that Omega can give to all the allies on the team, which will hopefully help mitigate the difference of the fact that this Frieza's not on the full leader skill. But yeah, this is... it's not an ideal scenario for our boy, the dodge and then getting hit. At least it wasn't the first attack, I guess. And that's, remember, that's with him having 40% damage reduction. Like, if he'd been hit again, it would have been GG, right? Like, That would have been very bad. I should have turned the intro off since we had Frieza on the first turn, but oh well. Get to see Omega's intro, I guess. Don't know who else is on the rotation here. Probably going to be STR Rose because he has an intro as well. Later wasted by minus power. Okay. Oh, does Rose... Oh, he doesn't have an intro. Okay. I guess we'll float off the Frieza. Alright, so we'll do this. Do we want to use his domain straight away? It is going to buff Frieza, I guess. Because it buffs Inhuman Deeds allies, 25% extra attack. Increases damage received by the superclass enemies as well. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw that out here. I should have turned the animations off. Why do I always forget this? I put the animations on literally just because whenever a character has an intro, or if it's like a new character that we're just using it for like the first time, we want to see their active skill. So I put it on and then just constantly then forget to take it off for everybody else's animations that are then going to play afterwards. So we get Omega's active skill, we get the buff active. Now we're going to turn it off because obviously Frieza doesn't have an active skill or anything, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's go ahead and turn the animation skip back on. There we go. Make sure we get a rainbow orb for Omega, so now his passive is active, and then do this. Full power Frieza probably not going to get a chance to attack at the end there, but that's fine. Between STR and Rose, STR Rose and Omega, we probably got this. 56 million from Rose. Dude, I love STR Rose, such a good unit. He's probably worked out now that like the kind of the dust has settled from like the GDC and the teams have kind of fallen into place. And we've been trying out some of the all the different events with so many different combinations. I feel like Rose kind of ends up being the worst of the GDC units just because Omega's team is so crazy, and like Omega himself is obviously very, very good. But yeah, like I love Rose so much, even if he is not the best one. But okay, so now we've got 556k. I mean, the problem with this Frieza is always going to be in difficult events like this. He will be relying on dodge for these tougher bosses. Like, it doesn't matter. He's got no guard, right? So regardless of what his thing is here, like if he gets hit by these guys, he is going to take a lot of damage. Obviously, when we pick up the orbs for Omega, he is going to get a bunch of extra defense here as well. Now, that's obviously going to be very helpful, but get a dodge straight away. Nice, there we go. So that gives him another permanent buff. So now he's at 13 million and then gets the 2 extra attacks. Bearing in mind he's getting the extra attack from the domain as well. So 13 to 14, and then he's going to do another one here. So I mean, that stacks up to what, like almost 45 million attack stat worth of attacks in the turn. And then if we get another couple of dodges here, there we go. This is all adding to his stats. 3 more dodges, that's perfect. Okay, so not bad. Obviously not great, like 13 mil. I mean, I guess it depends on how we want to look at him as a unit. Like if we're running him as a just like first slot dodge sort of unit, as long as he is dodging all the attacks, then I mean it doesn't really matter what his attack stats are necessarily, because that's not what we're running him on the team for. But actually, if they super at Omega, I think Omega might die. I have to hope that like the first attack after Omega's attacking would have been their super and he action breaks it, because like obviously Omega's got the double Omega support from the one on the previous rotations. He's got a bit of damage reduction, but like he doesn't have big bad bosses here. These guys crit on all their attacks. Oh wait, no, they already supered, didn't they, against Frieza, and he dodged. Never mind. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I guess I could just use the Rose or Zamasu active skill and just get a full heal here. So yeah, we'll do that. Use the active skill with Zamasu. Get the heal. Oh, I didn't realize he was going to kill him. I really should have put Omega in slot 1 and picked up the orbs with him. But okay, so what do we have now from Frieza? Now the thing is with Frieza, he is going to want to dodge an attack like every turn in order to get that build up. So it's kind of awkward, because in like this situation it probably would be ideal to just go ahead and use the Golden Frieza active. But yeah, we're at 750k start of turn. I mean, considering that's without that other Omega buff active now, That is actually relatively decent. So let's see, you guys have that. You actually do have big bad bosses though. So yeah, I kind of probably do want him to be linked up with this Frieza. Maybe I should just do this here. So we can get another turn where we at least get some extra... Like, Frieza's obviously not going to get any extra dodges or anything now. But if we go ahead and do this for you, and then we can grab these. So yeah, that puts us in a pretty good spot here. Obviously, it means Frieza's performance on this turn drastically different to the previous turns, right? We've got no domain active now as well. So he's at 18.6, and then... That's it, right? That's the one attack for the turn, because he didn't dodge an attack, so he didn't get the secondary. He's not going to dodge anything this turn, so he's not going to get any extra buffs in his passive. But by the next time he comes back around, we will have the Omega passive active again. So he will get a little bit of an extra boost. So full power Frieza, do a bit of damage here to Kale. Obviously full power Frieza's not got to do anything so far, so he's not had any build up. We've got no domain up. Actually no, I think he did get a 12 key super off before. But yeah, either way, like Golden Frieza should be fine on this turn with the active skill. Should do a lot of damage as well now. Yeah, 115 million thanks to tanking all those attacks throughout the turn, getting the attack build up. 60 million damage, followed by a 75 million additional. It's pretty nice. Yeah, so tank all of this. Right, now, this turn, we've got our second domain that we can get active. Omega does an AoE. Then we got Rose. I think we're in a good spot here to kill Kale. So we get that active. Using the Zamasu active skill does give this guy a little bit of a buff for a few turns as well. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. So hopefully we get rid of Kale here. Omega with the 60 mil. Let's go. Nice. Crit against Kale, that's what we like to see. And we get the additional as well, 37. Omega really just came along and was that extreme unit that we've been waiting for so long, right? Where he just leads a really strong team. He's a really good leader for the team, just gives the team like this crazy amount of support. 85 million for STR Rose here on this turn. That's pretty good. Then we get our additional as well. 59 points, so basically 60 million additional. Yeesh. Oh, if he kills 64.5, that's crazy, man. STR Rose. Watch him now just get supered by Caulifla and get killed after all of that. But, damn. And then Broly with a 63 million 18 key super. Jeez. Let's do some nice extra damage to Caulifla here now that Kale's gone. Damn. Yeah, see, Omega's team just so strong, even with this Frieza, who's not necessarily that crazy, but damn. I mean, I have a feeling full power Frieza probably just gets us killed here. But we're a million defense start of turn, which is pretty good. I mean, obviously, he is providing support as well. And like I say, once we pick up the orbs with Omega, he's going to get an extra jump up in defense as well. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Doesn't really matter, he ends up with the same key regardless, so I guess we'll just do this. Oh, great. I was going to say, he needs to dodge that attack as well, because the dodge is what gives him the extra supers. But, I mean, that is a pretty good example of what, you know, we're talking about with these manga characters and their general, like, overall usefulness. Like, he really does just want to be in slot 1, because you miss out on so much stuff if you don't, like... The 2 additional supers, obviously big. Extra 100% attack and defense. Every attack evaded, he's building up attack and defense. Obviously with a Goku ally on the team or enemy, that extra 10% dodge and the little 10% like damage reduction as well definitely would help out considerably. But that isn't going to help him. Like, that extra 10% damage reduction doesn't stop him getting killed. from that attack there that we died to. So obviously with Frieza, if you're building him, like if you've actually pulled him, full dodge is obviously the way to go with his actual hidden potential. But yeah, he's certainly an interesting unit. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of this Frieza. If we get a big Namek celebration, or like part of the anniversary is Namek, or like the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest, so like Namek Saga or something, then I could see this guy having a spot on the team potentially, but I guess it's tough because like you'd want to run him on that kind of Namek team probably with a Goku, so he always has that extra part of his passive. I'm trying to think in terms of like the most difficult events in the meta currently. I guess there's like the GDC special battle against the Goku and Vegeta. I wonder if we jump into that like quickly, if we can actually get actually get a starting rotation like with him on it, rather than having to jump back and forth for 50 million attempts, because that's usually what happens when I decide to do this like mid video without like cutting or anything. Oh no, he's on the first turn with a Frieza again. Okay, so we'll take that. It's not exactly the perfect rotation, but we'll go ahead and see what we can get here. So we got the extra 10% dodge. He's also got the potential to dodge 4 times in slot 1 here. So regardless of what happens, we'll just go with this, and this will probably be the end for the video. But if he gets killed in slot 1, he gets killed. I mean, I guess really we want to keep Goku alive, right? Because we want there to be a Goku enemy so that he's getting that extra part of his passive. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Not a lot of links here for Rose, but that's fine. So let's see what we get. So we get a dodge, stats go up, there, dodge again, dodge again. Definitely need to dodge this out of all the things. Nice. So that's with 4 dodges in slot 1, but then he's still only starting off at like 10 million after dodging 4 times. But then he is going to get the 3 supers. I mean, that still works out as about 30 million attack stat for the turn, but yeah, interesting. Because like if he stacked attack and defense on super, I could see this like combined with the stacking from the dodging. That would be kind of crazy. Like potentially even like would make him too good, I suppose. Because like getting 3 guaranteed supers that are all stacking, whilst also stacking from dodges, would be kind of crazy. But I think just because it's because the manga card stats are so low, like, and it's crazy to me as well that the skill orbs event, it's only 3 times per day. So if you're getting bad RNG with the orbs that are dropping, then you're not going to end up with the perfect like builds for these guys, which is a little bit of a strange one. I'm looking at my Frieza now on my actual thing, because I don't think I've put any of the skill orbs on him yet. No, I haven't. So in terms of gold, what dodge ones have I gotten from the... Because I've done the event, obviously, yesterday when it came out and today. I did get one of the ones that is level 6 dodge and defense level 3. Is there a level 7 dodge one? I know there's a level 7 for like crit. Maybe I should wait and see if I can get that one. But also, this is a pretty scary rotation. Is Frieza able to survive here if we put him in slot 1? I think doesn't Vegeta like consistently super in slot 1 as well? I'm not actually 100%. I can't remember the last time I did this stage, because everyone's only really cares about like the Zamasu and the Rose and Zamasu stage, and then like the Gogeta one can be kind of funny, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta one. Okay. He is going to get supered though. I think that probably kills me. Okay. We did get stunned though, which is annoying. Which means because we get no stacks or anything, but not too bad. Omega's team kind of funny for this fight as well, considering there's 2 enemies. So Omega does an AoE, which also does like an action break. Then Broly does his supers, of which the additional is always an AoE. Omega, of course, gets the additional here as well for a nice little bit of extra damage. Action breaks that Goku, so he doesn't even hit Omega. And then, yeah, big 18 key super on Vegeta. Then the 33 million additional, which is an AoE. So this hits both of them. Third super. Oh, let's go. 35 mil. Will this take out Vegeta if he crits? It'll be close. Ooh. Not quite. That's a shame. I think Goku might kill Broly here, though. He's got a decent bit of damage reduction, but we're not on full health, so never mind. 25 damage. Okay. Alright, so what's Frieza looking like on turn 2 here, on his second turn? He's at 851 start of turn. After 4 dodges in turn 1 as well. That's like all that he's on for the start of his next turn. That's... Man. Yeah, that is disappointingly low, I think. Obviously, we get a bit of a boost here once we pick up the orbs for Omega, but... Man. Get the dodges. Okay. Dodge this at least. At least he tanked the normal for double digits. I mean, he's got type advantage over Vegeta. Dodge the super, and then we're at 20. I mean, so that's not too bad now, I guess. 20 mil, and he's going to do 3 of those. So 20 up to 22.6, and then up to, what, 24 something is it going to be? Yeah, 24.5. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, and we get the hidden potential additional as well. So, I mean, that's a good turn for him. That's almost like 100 million attack stat worth of attacks. And he only took double-digit damage in terms of actually taking damage on the turn. So, really, like, all things considered, we can't really complain about that kind of performance on this turn, I think. He basically took no damage, because double digits is what it is, but did like 100 million attack stat worth of attacks. And that's on a team that, whilst he is getting that support from Omega, he's not getting the 220 to stats. He's only getting 170 to like attack and defense. So on a proper full 220 team, if we do get that sort of like big new Namek celebration or something, he could actually be pretty good. So I think it just depends, because obviously if it takes a long time for a good new Namek build like to come out, then obviously he's going to like age out by that point, and then it's not going to be worth it, basically. I think we probably just use the active skill here for you. Nice. And then do this. And then it's probably just GG. Oh, well, okay. You can also now just do that. And then we just do this. So this would be GG, I think. Oh, I want the physical orbs. Oh well. Didn't want them with Frieza, but you know, is what it is. Rose, I think, might actually just kill him here. Yeah, 75 million attack. Okay. Pretty good. So yeah, I mean, in Frieza, like, he wasn't anything too crazy. He's not like the star of the show here or anything, but like, he did his job pretty well. I mean, that's with the extra bonus part of his passive active by having a Goku enemy, but, you know, he did okay. I would say in that run, like, he definitely served the purpose, right? He took basically, well, there was the first, was it the first attack? No, he dodged everything on the first turn. It was the first event. He got hit straight away. But he basically didn't take any damage. He got hit once for double digits, dodged every other attack, and on that final turn, did actually put out a pretty decent amount of damage as well. So I can see him definitely having some potential, especially if he does get a proper 220 lead with the Namek Saga stuff. So yeah, overall pretty decent on an actual separate setup, but he is going to be relying on that dodge, especially in the early turns. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Did you get Frieza? Have you got dupes? Have you link leveled him? Have you put the skill orbs in him? What's your build? Let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.